So I'm going riding with my son. He's right over here, and I loaded up his dirt bikes and came to his resting spot. And we went on a ride today. I was going through his journals, and he said his favorite thing to do was to go ride dirt bikes with his dad. So I just thought I'm just going to go with him. I really wanted to share a couple thoughts with myself and with Caden. And the number one thought is, where is he? I've read a lot of near-death experiences, people that have gone over, have met beings and how they feel. And some of it is comforting, and some of it is really disturbing. And this disturbing part is that it's different than other stuff that I saw. Like, some people have a lot of structure, some people have energy, some people have love, vibrant colors, going through a tunnel. The comforting part about that is that they all have a common denominator, that it's warm and it's safe and it's incredible, and it seems to be a lot better than the life we have here. I don't know that. I'm searching for that. And I'm also understanding that this is a path that whoever you and your grieving person and your supreme being get to go on. And that has led to some deep discussions with myself and with my son. I am hoping that I have that experience that some people have, where they're visited. I don't know if that's in my future. I felt like that Caden was really with me the day of the funeral, which was a week ago. I really feel like he was with us yesterday. His really good friend was getting married in 2 weeks, and yesterday was his bachelor party, and Caden would have been there, and I was with them, doing some really fun stuff, and I had this conflict and this turmoil of emotions of, I should be sad because I'm mourning and I'm having fun, and did I feel guilty for having fun? And before anybody says anything, like, that's just something that I'm working through. I don't believe that Caden would want me to be sad forever. And I'm also understanding that with enormous grief comes some major decision points. Do I have the decision to celebrate the fun things and the memories and the relationships and the sweet things and these incredible one-on-one experiences that I've been able to have with my boys and with Caden, and the discussions that I miss so badly because I lost my friend, I lost a best friend, I lost a son, I lost a dirt bike partner, I lost a financial partner, I lost a life planner. And what I mean by lost is I lost one mechanism of talking to him. I didn't lose him. And that's a decision that I make. I'm not losing him. I'm having discussions with him. I had a wonderful discussion with him today. And I had a discussion with him on the boat yesterday, my friend's boat, and the boys were wakeboarding and jumping in, and I really feel like Caden was with us. And then I wanted to just take him for a ride. And so we did. We had a wonderful discussion and a ride. We got prepped together. We had our discussions. And I'm also recognizing that there's so much individual choice in life. And I'm seeing my wife choose to navigate this with grace and strength that I'm in awe. And it's not possible to love her more than I love her right now and hold on to her, and to her strength for me is phenomenal. And what she is doing for our family is so strong. And I'm in awe of that. I'm looking at my sons and I'm watching them navigate this huge defining moment in our family and in their lives. And I'm watching them do it amazing. They're all doing it completely different. I'm also really grateful for my grief counselor. I had this discussion Friday, and he was saying, you can get through this, and that there are no stages of grief. And what he meant by that was there's a way that Jason and Maxine and the boys are navigating this. And there's no reason to define where you are in the grief process. I've been crying, I've been joyful, I've been sad, I've been angry, I've been morose, I've been the lowest of the low. And also, it was just 3 weeks ago where Caden moved on. And I'm able to look at that in so many conflicting emotions. And so what I'm choosing now is memories of happiness and memories of joy and peace, that I believe that this is not the end, that I believe he's in a good place. And I really am choosing to visualize him doing his thing in the afterlife, just like he was doing here, working hard and engaged in goals and learning stuff, and reaching out to the friends and relationships that he was so good at that. Like, that's one of the things I didn't know about Caden. Like, I had a great relationship with him, but I didn't recognize the relationships that he had with his cousins and his friends and his coworkers and his writing partners. Like, it was a full-time process for him to put the time investment into all of those. And that's been really special to learn about the son that I didn't know. And so whenever possible, when the memory comes up of Caden, which it comes up a lot, I am choosing as much as possible to put happiness and joy around that. Of course I get sad. I cried all the way to his resting space. I cried and I laid down next to him, and I saw what his brother left him yesterday. Dalton disappeared for a little bit, came down to this beautiful little sunglass thing. I know Dalton and Caden had a discussion yesterday. And then anybody else on this pathway, I don't have any answers. I only know what my experience is. But one of the things I would encourage people to do when one of those loved ones is having a challenge or a rough day or an emotional moment, to give them maybe a hug or a space, or say I love you, or say I'm listening. I would ask everybody to not reinforce negative behavior and say, you're always going to have days like this, or you're always going to feel this way, and I'm so sad for you. I feel that those are negative reinforcing statements, and I wish that I hadn't said those, and I'm never going to say those to another grieving parent or someone that's grieving their spouse. What I'm going to say is, I love you, I'm listening, and this is going to pass. A special thanks to Jane and Reese that gave me some really special advice about, they lost their son in an avalanche years ago, and how they've turned their son's memory into something that has strengthened them and made their family better. They have these memorial moments that was very sweet and helpful. And a special thanks to Joey, who said, you can remember, Caden, the way that you're programming your nervous system now, and the way that I'm doing my very best, and sometimes I win and sometimes I don't, is surrounding Caden with memories of happiness. I want to enforce into my nervous system. Thank you, God, for giving me 27 years with him. And thank you for the wonderful experiences that we had. And yes, there were times when he really frustrated me. And I know that I frustrated him. And those were learning moments, and they're dwarfed by feelings of love and happiness for him. So that's my thoughts going riding with Caden today. Caden always loved to be dressed nice. So I dressed up a little bit. We usually don't ride dirt bikes in a button shirt and a coat, but I wanted to bring my best for him. So happy memories. I love him. I'm proud of him. I'm surrounding him. When I think of Caden, I am choosing to be happy and grateful and inspired. And yes, I have moments of overwhelming sadness and crying. But I'm not letting that be the dominant nervous system programming. I'm choosing the nervous system program of the beauty that the brother that he was to his 4 brothers, the son that he was for his mom, and the friend and confident that he was for his dad. And I'm choosing that to be in my nervous system, and I'm choosing him to go riding with me. I'm choosing him to talk to me. I'm choosing him, and I'm putting happiness around him. I'm just really hoping, people, if I am having a moment or a day, that you will help my nervous system, and you will help the nervous system of the people that you love by reinforcing positive programming. Maybe I would say to someone, tell me a favorite memory, or tell me what you so value about what you've discovered now that he is in a different space. I choose not to believe that a relationship ceased. I choose not to believe that he's forever 27. I'm choosing that he is continually progressing, and that when I need to talk to him, I will, and I'm going to leave my openness to him to allow him to pour back into me and everyone else. So that's my thought for everyone is, it is your own path. You get to choose, and sometimes the sorrow wins, and I'm trying as much as I possible to have happiness with the memories that I have for him. And I know I'm going to change the way I interact with grieving people so much to say, you're going to get through this. What's a good memory? What do you remember about him? What are you so grateful for in your experience with him? And that I'm listening. I'm not going to reinforce negative behavior. Caden, I love, love, love you. I'm so glad I got to be your dad. Thank you for being with me in my mind and having discussions back to me. It's not possible for a dad to love you more than I love you. And thank you for being an example to your brothers and for loving your mom. And I really look forward to when we get to visit two-way discussions in the future, because I believe this isn't the end. I love you, Caden.